Hey, what's going on, everybody? Overkill Media back here, and today we are shooting with the brand new OSight XR on my PDP. See, it's all charged up. This is gonna be my first shots with this red dot. It's not sighted in at all yet. I have 0 shots with this so far. So this is that charging cap that comes on it, so your battery stays fully charged at all times. I'm gonna go put that away, and then we're gonna start shooting some drills. All right, guys, so first things first, I gotta get sighted in. I have not shot with it at all. So let's see how off it is. I'm only at, I don't know, 8 yards away from this first target right now. My other target already fell over, so let's just get our first shots in, huh? Okay, I'm a little low. I gotta bring it up a little bit, but other than that, it's pretty good. All right, so I gotta bring it just up a little bit. So this is the tool they sent us. So I'll use that. That works good, but one thing I like on all my optics, Trigicons do them. I believe all the Vortexes do them. A lot of the major sights do them. You should be able to use your brass to switch it up. And you can. The notch is big enough to use your brass. My CNH Precision that I had on before this sight did not do that, and I did not like that. You had to have your little tool on you because the notch was too small to twist. You can use your brass. That's big. You should always be able to use your brass. Don't make it too small where we have to have a tool. It's nice to give us one. Okay, I'm gonna go stand at my further target too. Try to zero it a little bit better. All right, guys, so first thing I want to talk about with this red dot, one thing I had concerns of, which is kind of what you have when you get some of the little bit cheaper optics on the market. I'm not going to call this a cheap optic. It is $300, so it's still quite spendy. But versus a Trigicon, like I got this one for $500. These are normally, upwards of $600. I got it on sale. Is the brightness. But comparing the brightnesses, man, I think this OSight is just as bright. Just as bright. This also has different settings, which I don't love. I guess it's nice to have the different settings on there. I don't switch my settings up. Okay, so I put this on the 6 MOA size all the way up. My Trigicon is a 5 MOA, and it is also all the way up. I'll see if I can try and capture them on the video for you guys. But they are equally as bright, I have to say. If not, the OSight actually might be a little bit brighter than the Trigicon, I have to say. Yeah, this thing gets as bright as you need it. It's a bright day out. I don't know if you can tell. It's like 90 degrees out right now. I'm already sweating and I just got out here. That's a bright optic. Yeah, so like I was saying, that was kind of my number one worry with this optic is the brightness levels, and that seems like that's not going to be an issue. Even on the 2 MOA, it's really bright for how bright it is out today. That's just a problem I've had with one of my other optics, the CNH Precision. I really liked my CNH Precision, but it was not bright enough for a very bright day. I mean, there would be times you just pull it up and you can barely see you can barely see the dot on there. So that's a big win for this optic. I'm very happy that it's nice and bright. All right, guys, we're just gonna do a build draw on this. This is a small USPSA target, so your A zone is only yay big on this target. So the whole thing is basically what, C zone, whatever. Ooh, that'd be one. Oh no, it hit. Oh, I thought I missed. It's barely on the paper. Oh. I'm currently not getting any lockback on the Walther. It's quite odd. Maybe I'm riding the slide lock. I'll show you guys the result as a couple of build drills. Here's the target right here. I got a pretty big spread. I'm not the best shot, but they're all on paper. Just about all of them hit paper right there. All right, guys, we're probably closer to about 40 yards right here. Just put some shots on the target. Let's go again. That 6 MOA is a little big at this distance. Yeah, I mean 6 MOA covers pretty much the whole dot, or the whole head of the target. Let's switch this up a little bit. All right, I'm now back to the 2 MOA dot. So let's see how I like that one. Oh yeah. Yeah, that 2 MOA is much finer for the distance out here for shooting a little bit further. That 6 MOA is just a little big for me. All right, so for those of you that are looking into this to be like a duty style optic, especially since it's an enclosed emitter, this would generally go on like a carry gun, not a competition gun. You want to make sure this optic holds up against things, right? We're currently clear. You wanna be able to bang this against things. You don't want this to break. So best way to test it out is just to test it out, right? I think that was pretty hard. Yeah, that hit was fine. We'll just keep doing that. All right, guys, so I want to show you how hard I'm actually hitting this optic on the stuff. Mag's cleared. All right, let's test it out. I'd say that's pretty hard. Still holding 0. Yeah, still holding 0. We actually got slide lock that time too. Let's do a couple more. Nothing in it. One last one for good luck, right? Optic looks good. No damage so far. Yeah. Looks like it's still holding 0 even. And we got slide lock again. All right, guys, so another worry that I have with this optic personally is it's magnetic charging. So therefore, this is a magnet on top. We're out here at the range, you know, it's metal. This is, well, actually we're out here on BLM, but a lot of people come out and shoot. There's metal all over the ground. What if I were to drop my gun? Let's see, does the top get covered in metal? No, we didn't get no metal on that one. I mean, maybe there's not a lot out here, but I don't want there to be metal crud all over the top of my gun. You know, let's put that thing in the dirt. Yeah. No, nothing seems to be attached to it. I'm guessing the magnetic part is just inside of that one and not on here. Well, now we're dirty. Well, may as well drop it a couple more times while we're out here, right? I'm trying to go straight on that sight. Let's do it again. This dirt's kind of soft, I will admit. Let's do it again. Oh, what do we think? Can you guys tell I'm dropping it good? Let's see how well you can see this, huh? Nothing. No damage whatsoever. No nicks. I mean, I am hitting this against the tailgate. The rest of the gun's dirty, but the optic looks just fine. Glass is still as clear as it could be. Yeah, I mean, this thing looks just fine. Let's put some rounds to it while it's all dirty, huh? Ooh, she's a little jammy. Not bad. Let's do some more tests while we're out here, though. All right, guys, now that we've been out here and I've dropped it a few times, I've been smacking it on stuff, you know, the gun's super dirty and I can't see through the optic as well, so why don't we clean it off? You might go, oh, wait, you don't want to get the emitter wet. Well, it's an enclosed emitter, right? We should be fine. Should be fine to soak it. You should be able to put this thing underwater. I just forgot to bring a bin out and put it underwater for a little bit. Yeah. right, how about that? She's soaking wet. Let's run her. Looks like it's running just fine to me. What do you think? Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Tell me what you think about this. I don't know if you can tell, I really actually put this through the works. And if you don't believe me, I actually broke the front side of this. I'm going to get the side of this camera, make sure you can see it. I actually broke the front sight on my Walther. I don't know if you see that, it came right off. Here's the other piece of it. You see that's the front sight. Yeah, I actually snapped the front sight off the Walther by smacking on some shit and dropping it. It came right off. So the gun broke before the optic broke. This optic is completely fine. There's no damage to the glass. There's no dings on the optic at all. Other optics that I've tested out like this, they normally get the metal beat up. I don't know. This thing seems solid. I have absolutely no issues with this optic. This will probably be ran on here for a while. I think this will be my duty style optic on this gun. Alright guys, so let me know what you think about this optic in the comments. Let me know if you think I tested this thing hard enough. I think I did. I think I put it through the works pretty good. This is much harder than your normal daily use that most shooters are going to get out of it. I actually tested this thing out pretty hard, I would say. So yeah, let me know what you think about this optic in the comments. That's going to be all for this video, so make sure to check me out in the next one. Thank you guys very much.